Question 1. When looking at this problem, you need to look for some keywords. It says a person needs to be at least 4 feet tall. In order for you to be at least 4 feet tall, you have to be greater than or equal to that value. Notice how none of the answers have a value of 4 feet. So since we're looking at converting it to inches, we take 4 times 12 to get 48. And putting the two together, we have h is greater than or equal to 48. Number 2, I'm looking for the number out of those options that are divisible by 4, 5, and 6. One way would be to list out the multiples of 4, 5, and 6 and see what the smallest number would be. Another method would be to take 15 and see if it's divisible by all 3 of them. And in this case, 15 is not divisible by 4 without a remainder, so then I would try 30. That did not work, so you would then try 60. So a couple different ways to approach that problem. Looking at number 3, trying to figure out which of those values cannot be 0. If you notice that all of those letters combined together, when you multiply it by r, you should get 1. Well, if I were to put 0 in for r, then regardless of what it says over here, when I multiply it times 0, I would get 0 for an answer. So that's why r cannot be 0, because then our answer would be 0. And finally, looking at number 4, in a certain rural district, exactly 60% live on farms, and they're asking you how many do not live on farms. Well, since 60% do live on farms, I subtract that from 100. That's where the 40% comes from. I put that over 100 and compare it to the left side. We're trying to find what part of the 7,345 will give me 40%, and I cross multiply and divide and get 2938.